Alright, we're going to walk you through Warlock today. This build is going to be something you get pretty early on, and how you can use it to take care of pretty much everything throughout the entire campaign of the final shape on legend difficulty. As always, we're going to run a blinding grenade launcher. This is going to allow us to stun pretty much everything, whether it be the subjugators or the tormentors, pretty much everything except for bosses. You're going to be able to get stunned. Depending on the activity or depending on the campaign mission, you can swap it out for a sniper just to, play it a little bit more safe. As always, we want to always run 100 resilience and 100 discipline in our builds. We're going to take Sunshot. Sunshot's going to be really good for giving us a lot of transcendent energy for the light side of everything. And then we're going to take 21% delirium. 21% delirium is another thing to make us have a lot of transcendent energy for the light side of our abilities. With overflow and killing tally, you're going to be able to have over 200 in a magazine, and you're going to absolutely dominate with killing tally's 30% damage buff that never runs out unless you stow the weapon or reload the weapon. For our helmet, we're going to just take some arc and solar siphons. We're also going to take Font of Wisdom. We're going to be making orbs of power from everything. So whenever we pick up that orb, we're going to just get an increase to our super so we can have more super. We're going to be running Ozymancy gloves with just a bunch of stuff that dips into just getting us more grenade energy. Because as you'll see later on, this whole build is surrounding just having area of denial, lockdown, crowd control, all those words, just constantly just being able to shut everything down and kill everything safely. On a chest piece, just resistances based off of the activity you're doing. Solar is really good for most of this, so I just kept on solar. On our boots, we're going to take absolution and recuperation. Double recuperation allows us to pick up an orb of power and get a big chunk of our health back. And then absolution is going to be able to just give us a chunk of our abilities back. So you want to always run recuperation and absolution for picking up orbs of power and getting a portion of your health back and a portion of your abilities back. And of course, it dips and synergizes into Font of Wisdom. On our class side, we're going to be taking Reaper, Outreach, and Bomber. Whenever we use that class ability, it'll give a chunk of our grenade back. And our next weapon kill is going to always make an orb of power. And if you get a siphon on top of this as well, it'll make 2 orbs of power. Looking into the transcendence, we're going to be taking Nova Bomb. Nova Bomb is really good throughout this campaign. There's a lot of enemies that'll be always chunked up together, especially when you're transcendent. Cataclysm is really good for just clearing out rooms. Also does really good boss damage as well. We're going to be taking Phoenix Dive. Phoenix Dive is going to be really good just because, as you can see later on, we'll always have our abilities up, and we're going to always use Phoenix Dive just to have another quick way of healing. We're going to take Incinerator Snap. This is going to give us pretty much a way of just scorching and igniting targets, and is really strong under Transcendent. For our grenade, since we're running Ozymancy, we're going to run Cold Snap Grenade. Even if you don't make it a Bleak Watcher, just tossing out this grenade is going to freeze targets. When they shatter, it's going to go track for new targets. So another way of just having really good crowd control. Our first aspect, we're going to run Feed the Void. Defeating targets with any ability is going to activate Devour. Devour is going to give us healing and grenade energy, which is going to synergize very well into more Cold Snap grenades. And of course, Absolution. So you can have a chaining of gameplay loop of just tossing grenades, being constantly healed. Really nice in this solo campaign. And of course, we're going to run Bleak Watcher, where when you have that grenade, you're going to overcharge it and then create the turret. Everyone knows about Bleak Watchers. This combo is really strong. A Bleak Watcher gets a kill, Devour procs. You get the kill, Devour procs. Any kill that happens, Devour procs. Also, the grenade is going to increase just overall use of Bleak Watchers. We're going to run pretty much the opening fragments that everyone is going to be getting. Facet of Courage, Facet of Dawn, which will make you radiant. Facet of Courage, if you didn't know, your arc, solar, and void abilities do increase damage to targets afflicted with darkness debuff. So whenever we have Bleak Watchers out, this is a darkness subclass. Pretty much this is always going to be up all the time. So if you really want to dip into it, you can put on Incinerated Snap or put on Vortex Grenade if you want to, so you have the darkness buff increasing your light buff. But all I really wanted to do is go super heavily into Cold Snap Grenades and Bleak Watchers for Ozymancy. So Incinerated Snap is really strong, especially when you tag a Fire and Ice debuffed enemy. Next we have Facet of Hope. Whenever you have an elemental buff, your class abilities recharge quicker. So if you have Frost Armor, Woven Mail, Amplified, Cure, Devour, Restoration, Radiant, Invisibility, Overshield, you're always going to have your class ability recharge quicker. So we have Devour up all the time, which increases our regeneration of Phoenix Dive, so you can pop it way more often. Next up we have Facet of Purpose. Picking up Aura Power grants either Amplified, Restoration, Frost Armor, Woven Mail, or Overshield based on the damage type of your equipped super. So since we are running Nova Bomb, we're always going to pick up Aura Power and get Devour, which is really strong. If for some reason you're later on in the campaign and once you get Song of Flame, you want to use that instead, this then turns into Restoration, which is really strong as well. But I like Devour just because of the ad clear. You can go Restoration or go Devour, just up to you. And then Facet of Ruin increases the size and damage of the burst when you shatter a stasis crystal or frozen target, and increases the area of effect on solar ignitions. Whether you're running Sunsinger or Nova Bomb, this is really strong. Bleak Watchers shatter is really huge, and ignitions are really strong as well. So this is all you really need for a really strong build, as long as you have 100 resilience and 100 discipline. And I'll give you a little footage of it. If you don't have 21% delirium, I'm pretty sure you can purchase it from the Monuments of Light kiosk. Pick it up, toss on a backup mag, and you are going to absolutely shred. You toss out that Bleak Watcher and just get to killing. One thing to note is once you earn the Arc Grenade, Storm Grenade, you want to go grab Getaway Artist. We tested this a little bit on stream and it is mad fun. You consume your grenade, your Arc Grenade, and what it does is it still makes a Bleak Watcher, which is really strong already, but you can have then an Arc Cell, which will then go out and seek targets and track to them, and every kill will give you a chunk of your grenade back, so you can then start chaining your grenades and keep eating those grenades and just start placing Bleak Watchers all over the field. Now the trade-off is you don't have two Bleak Watchers out, but you can have, if you have enough enemies around you, enough Bleak Watchers that it doesn't make a difference. And you get Amplified off of this, and Amplified is really strong. You can get your speed boost and all that stuff. I think it's a lot of fun, but you do have to get deep enough into the campaign to earn the Arc stuff. So this is another build you can look forward to once you get deeper on into the playthrough. I wanted to just add this in there because this is what a lot of people have been talking about. You've probably heard a little bit about this. It's really fun. You got to give it a shot. Prismatic is insanely fun. As always, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully this build helps you do your solo legend campaign. And until the Titan one, I will see you in the next video.